London, 1935, August. I'd been back 3 months in the old country and were frankly wondering why. The weather made me liverish, no exercise to speak of, and the talk of the ordinary Englishman made me sick. I'd had enough of restaurants and parties and race meetings. No pal to go about with, which probably explains things. Hoppy Binge, lost in the Canadian Treasury. Tommy Delrain, married to a blonde heiress in Chicago. And Chips Carruthers, eaten by crocodiles in the Limpopo. Leaving me, Richard Hannay, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb. Back home again. Well, which is no home at all, if you want to know. Just a dull little rented flat in West One. A Portland place, actually. And I was bored. No more than bored, tired. Tired of the world and, well, tired of life, to be honest. So I called my broker. He wasn't in. I dropped into my club full of old colonial buffers, had a scotch and soda, picked up the evening paper, put it back. And then I thought, well, what does it all matter? What happens to anyone? Or what happens to me? Well, no one would miss me. I wouldn't miss me. I could quite as easily just... Oh, and then I thought, wait a minute, Hannay, pull yourself together, man. Find something to do, fool. Something mindless and trivial. Something utterly pointless. Oh, I know. A West End show. That should do the trick.
One of the most remarkable men ever in the whole world, Mr. Memory! Every day, Mr. Memory commits to memory 50 facts and remembers every single one of them. Facts from history and scientific books, facts from newspapers and geography. In fact, more facts is in his brain than is possible to conceive. Settle down now. I would also like to mention that before retiring, Mr. Memory has consented to leaving his entire brain to the British Museum for scientific purposes. Thank you!
All right, thank you. I will now place myself in a state of mental readiness for this evening's performance and clear my inner being of all extrinsic and supernumerary material.
Is this seat taken?
Not as far as I know.
Now then, are you ready for your questions, Mr. Memory?
Quite ready for the questions, thank you.
Now then, first question, please. Come on now, please. Yes, you? Who won the cup in 1926?
Who won the cup in 1926? The Tottenham Hotspurs won the cup in 1926, defeating the Arsenal Gunners 5-0 in the presence of His Majesty King George V. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr.
Oh,
Memory.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Now then, next question. Ah, yes. Who won Napoleon's... Oh. What was Napoleon's horse called in... Oh. What was Napoleon's horse called, Mr. Memory?
What was Napoleon's horse called? Napoleon's horse was called Bellerophon, which he rode for the last time at Waterloo, June 15, 1815. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr.
Oh, thank you
Memory.
again, sir. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Oh, how old is Mae West?
Oh, how old is Mae West? Oh, you know I know, but I never tell a lady's age.
Very good. Now a serious question, please.
Oh, I say.
Yes, you?
Yes, how far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Ah, gentleman from Canada. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Winnipeg from Montreal. It's 1,454 miles. Am I right, sir?
Quite right.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nein!
Are you all right?
Thank you. Yes.
Now, next question, please.
Pew!
Did you hear that?
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen, please. Calm down.
Excuse me.
Yes?
May I come home with you?
It's the big idea.
Well, I'd like to.
Calm down, please.
Quite hard at the moment, you see. I've got the decorators.
Please. You have to.
Well, it's your funeral.
Who beat Winnipeg 5-0? Bellerophone. Never tell ladies' age. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr.
Oh,
Murray.
thank you, sir. Next question, please.
No, that's enough, Mr.
Oh, I
Murray.
beg your pardon.
Play, man, play.
Oh, but I never tell ladies' age. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Murray.
you.
Let's
Thank
get his
you.
name now.
Thank you.
I can never find the switch.
Turn it off. Quickly. Blind.
Sorry?
Blind.
Blind.
Blind. Blind? Pull the blind.
Oh, blind. Sorry, yes.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Now the light, Mr. Honey.
Oh, light, right. Have a drink, why don't you?
Thank you. For you?
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Honey,
How do you know my name?
I saw it in the lobby.
Ah, yes. Oh, hello, there's the telephone.
Don't answer it. Please.
Well, why not?
Because I think it is for me. Please, don't answer.
Now look here.
Yes?
Aren't I allowed to know your name?
You don't want to know my name.
Don't I?
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Annabella Schmidt.
So what's the story, Annabella Schmidt?
Mr. Honey, may I be very pertinent for a moment and ask for something to eat?
But of course, would you care for some haddock?
Haddock would be wunderbar. Thank you.
Nothing like a spot of haddock. Now look here.
Yes?
It was you who fired that revolver in the theater, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a great show, but it wasn't that bad.
It was a diversion. There were two men in that theater trying to shoot me.
You should be more careful in choosing your gentlemen friends.
No jokes, Mr. Honey. Please.
A beautiful, mysterious woman pursued by gunmen. Sounds like a spy story to me.
That is exactly what it is. Only I prefer the word agent better.
Secret agent, I suppose. For which country?
I have no country.
Born in a balloon, eh?
Mr. Hannay, please. I am being pursued by a very brilliant secret agent of a certain foreign power who is on the point of obtaining highly confidential information vital to your air defense. I tracked two of his men to that music hall. Unfortunately, they recognize me.
Ever heard of a thing called persecution mania?
You don't believe me.
Well, frankly, I don't.
They are in the street at this moment, beneath your English lamppost. Take a look, why don't you? But be careful. Now do you believe me?
Oh, you win.
Mr. Hannay, I'm going to tell you something which is not very healthy. It will mean either life or death. But if I tell you, then you are involved.
Involved.
You wish to be involved?
Tell me.
Very well. Have you ever heard of a thing called the 39 Steps?
What's that, a pub?
Your English humor will not help, Mr. Hannay. These men will stop at nothing, and I'm the only one who can stop them. If they are not stopped, it is only a matter of days, perhaps hours, before the top secret and highly confidential information is out of the country. and when they've got it out of the country, God help us all.
Well, what about the police?
The police! They would not believe me any more than you did, with their boots and their whistles. It is up to us, Mr. Hannay. You do not know how clever their chief is. He has a dozen names. He can look like 100 people. But one thing he cannot disguise. This part of his little finger is missing. So if you should ever meet a man with no top joint there, be very careful, my friend.
I'll remember that.
Mr. Hannay,
Richard.
Richard,
Yes?
may I stay the night, please?
Oh, but of course. You can sleep in my bed.
Thank you.
I'll get a shake down in the armchair.
As you wish. And one more thing.
Oh, your haddock.
Mine haddock. No, I rather lost the taste for haddock. I need
Yes.
a map of Scotland.
Scotland.
Yes, there's a man in Scotland who I must visit next if anything is to be done. An Englishman. He lives in a big house
A big house.
at a place called Alt-na-Shalach.
I beg your pardon.
Alt-na-Shalach.
Out na shell ak. And the 39.
Bring it to my room.
Certainly.
Good night, Richard.
Good night, Annabella. Okay, now look here, Annabella. You just breeze into my life out of nowhere and you get me, involved. Well, and to be honest, I've never met anyone quite like you. And, well, frankly, to be quite frank...
Oh, Richard! Oh, I tell you, these men act quickly. Oh. Oh, my dear Richard. Oh, there is no turning back. Oh. Oh. Alt-na-Shalach.
Golly. Alt-na-Shalach. Alt-na-Shalach.
There is a man in Scotland, only a matter of days, perhaps hours, before the secret is out of the country. These men will stick at nothing. I tell you, they act quickly, quickly, quickly.
Oh, blimey, mate! What you up to? I nearly died of fright.
Could you use a pound note, brother?
A pound note? A pound now? What's the game?
I need your cap and coat.
Cap and coat. Cap and coat. What's the game? Spit it out.
I need to make a getaway.
Do a bunk.
Yes.
I see. What you up to?
All right, I'm going to have to trust you. There's been a murder committed on the first floor.
A murder? A murder? By who? Oh, by you?
Oh, no. By those two men over there, do you see?
So they're waiting good as gold for a copper to pick 'em up, eh?
Well, it's true, I tell you. They murdered a woman in my flat, and now they're waiting for me.
Ah, come off it. Funny jokes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I'll tell you. Are you married?
Yeah, but don't rub it in.
Well, I'm not, you see. I'm a bachelor.
Lucky you.
But I've been seeing a married woman.
Naughty.
Point is,
Yeah?
she was leading me on.
No!
It was all a setup.
Would you believe it?
You see those two men over there?
I do?
You want to know who they are?
Don't tell me.
One's her brother, and the other's her husband.
Cool, blimey, I wouldn't be in your shoes. Here, my cup and coat.
Oh, thanks awfully.
Perfect.
I say, take a pound.
A pound? That's very kind of you.
Take 2.
2 pounds? God bless you, Gov. Leave the pony round the corner. You'll do the same for me one day. Hang on. This is my money you just give me. This is on my coat. Come back here. Oi, come back here.
Good morning, Mr. Day! How you keeping? How you keeping? What a lovely morning this morning it is this morning. Oh, everything is so dusty. Oh, you really do need to clean up. Men. What a lovely morning this morning it is. Oh, how about this heat wave? Never seen nothing like it. People dropping like flies. Ah! Well, for one thing, they're much prettier than they were 20 years ago.
More free.
Free and easy.
Remember the old-fashioned sort?
Oh, all bones and no bends.
My wife. Anyways, take a look at this. Our new streamlined model number 1.
A glory to behold. Anything go with it?
Look at this little beauty.
Oh, that's a sight for sore eyes.
The 2 wonders of the modern world. Get it?
I get it.
The 2 wonders.
Oh, the modern world.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
That's the spirit.
Oh, that's the spirit.
Where are we now?
Hey, well, let's see. Halifax. Durham. Berwick upon Tweed. Biscuit.
Much obliged.
Biscuit.
No, thank you.
Suit yourself. Oh, here we are. Edinburgh.
That was quick.
I wonder what won the 2 o'clock at Windsor.
I'll get the newspaper.
I'll go to the lavatory. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Evening paper, latest news, evening paper.
Evening paper, please.
Oh, evening paper, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Evening paper, latest news. Well, excuse me. sorry, excuse me.
sorry,
Excuse me,
sorry,
sorry.
excuse me.
Sorry.
Sorry,
There
excuse
we
me.
go.
Sorry.
It worked out. There.
Goodness gracious.
What is it?
Been a woman murdered in a fashionable West End flat.
All these sex dramas don't appeal to me. Oh, what one?
Which one what?
It's like 2 o'clock at Windsor.
2 o'clock at Windsor. Bachelor boy.
Oh, good.
At 7 to 4 on.
Oh, not so good.
Anyway, where was we? Ah, yes. Stabbed in the back she was. Portland Mansions, Portland Place.
Oh, by the BBC? No, that's the place to put someone to sleep. What was she like? One of the usual?
A well-dressed woman, about 35. Terrible.
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 Lieutenant Richard Hannay is missing.
Oh, you do surprise me.
Wavy dark hair, blue eyes, pencil mustache.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Might I have a look at your paper?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you.
I think I'll pop up to the buffet car. Fancy anything?
Oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Well, finished?
Oh, well, excuse me, sorry.
excuse me, sorry, excuse me,
Oh, hi
sorry.
there. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh,
Okay,
up we
I'm
go.
sorry.
Oh, down we go. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Well, good heavens. This place is stiff with police. Oh, excuse me, Constable. Caught the West End murderer yet?
We'll catch him, don't you worry, sir.
Oh, no, that's the spirit, sir.
All aboard the Highlands! Next stop, the Highlands! See anything suspicious, let us know, sir.
Oh, certainly will, sir.
All aboard! All aboard!
Evening paper, latest news. Evening paper.
No, thank you, sir. All aboard! All aboard!
All right.
Keep your eyes peeled, won't you, sir?
Oh, certainly will, sir.
Don't forget now.
No, I won't, Constable.
All aboard! All aboard!
Evening paper, latest news. Evening
All
paper.
aboard!
Evening paper.
See anything suspicious, let us know,
Oh, certainly
sir.
will, Constable. heading?
Platform 12.
Oh, thank you.
All aboard. Let's be having you.
Oh, evening paper, latest news, evening paper.
All aboard.
Evening
all
paper.
Oh,
aboard.
just get on with it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, excuse me. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Whoa. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. Excuse me, sir.
Listen to this.
What?
Police are searching the train. Every compartment.
Every compartment.
Listen, here's a corker.
Excuse me.
Hey, well, I hope you don't mind us talking shop.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
We're on the run, you see.
We stay on the trains and sell underwear.
Run from our wives, and it's all we do.
Sorry.
He's off in a hurry.
So sorry.
Oh, excuse me. I wonder if you've seen this man. His name is Richard Hannay.
Excuse me, have you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay. He's on the loose.
Darling, how lovely to see you.
Ah, someone's having free lunch in there.
And free pudding too, I wouldn't wonder.
Listen, I'm so terribly sorry, but I had to do it. My name's Richard Hannay. They're after me for murder. But I swear I'm innocent. You've got to help me. If I keep free for the next few days, well, the safety of the country depends on it.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry to disturb you, but have either of you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay.
This is the man you want, Inspector?
But we came by to snow and saw you both were, you know.
Oh, he forced in here and pushed himself upon me. His name is Richard Hannay.
Is your name Richard Hannay?
Certainly not.
But this attractive young lady clearly states.
Oh.
After him, Constable.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, we're on the 4th bridge, sir.
I can see that. Grab him, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
Can I help?
No, thank you, miss.
I'll stand here then.
All right, miss.
Just a thought.
Yes, miss.
What about the communication cord?
The communication cord. Great idea, miss.
Shall I pull it?
No, I think I will.
Righto.
Pulling the communication cord.
Oh, no, not the communication cord.
Oh, look, he's hanging from the bridge.
Oh, crikey.
Richard Hannay managed to jump from a train onto the 4th bridge just outside Edinburgh. Police pursued him onto the bridge, but he gave him the slip hangings onto the grinders with his bare hands. The suspect is approximately 37 and about 6'1", with dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and of course his very attractive pencil mustache. It is not known whether or not he survived the ordeal. Police had to call off the search in the gathering darkness.
Oh, hello.
Oh, can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for work.
Oh, what kind of work?
I'm an itinerant laborer.
Oh, you'll find nothing in this vicinity.
Are there no big houses around here?
No big horses.
So what's that big house?
What big horse?
That big house?
Oh, that big horse.
Isn't that a big house?
That is a big horse.
So whose is it then?
A professor, I believe. Professor Jordan. An Englishman.
Oh, an Englishman. It wouldn't be called Aldnar Shalak, would it?
Huh?
Aldnar Shalak, would it?
Oh, it would.
Right, I'll try there then. Cheerio.
Oh, you won't tonight?
Won't
Oh,
I?
it's 14 miles. The other side of the lock.
No, really.
And Margaret,
Hi.
come here. We have a visitor.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening.
You could stay here for the night if you wanted.
On second thoughts, that'd be very kind.
Can you eat herring?
I could murder a half dozen right
Sleep
now.
in a box bed.
I can try.
2 and 6.
Done.
Prepare the herring.
Aye.
See to the gentleman and be quick about it.
Your daughter?
My wife!
Well done.
I'll see to the coos.
Sorry?
I'll see to the coos.
Right.
Will you come in?
Oh, I'd love to.
There's your bed.
Marvelous.
Could you sleep there, you think?
Well, I could sleep anywhere right about now.
Okay. Won't you sit down, please, whilst I go on while there's supper?
Thank you. I say, might you have the evening paper?
Sorry?
Yes, might you have the evening paper?
My husband has the paper.
Right. So, been in these parts long?
Oh, no. I'm from Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Do you ever see it?
No, I never did.
Oh, you should. You should see Sucky Street on a Saturday night with all those fine shops and the trams. Oh, and the lights and the cinema palaces and the crowds. Oh, Saturday night tonight.
Well, I've never been to Glasgow, but I have been to Montreal and Edinburgh. Oh, and of course London.
London?
Yes, I could tell you about London over supper if you'd like.
Could you?
Certainly could.
No. John wouldn't approve of that, I doubt.
John.
My husband. He says it's best not to think of such places and all the wickedness that goes on there.
Or I could tell you now,
Now?
if you wanted.
He could.
So what do you want to know?
Is it true that all the ladies paint their toenails
Some of them.
and put rouge and lipstick on their faces?
They do, yes.
Do London ladies look beautiful?
Well, they wouldn't look beautiful if you were next to them.
You ought not say that.
Ought not say what?
I was just telling your wife about how I prefer living in the town to the country.
Oh, God made the country.
Certainly did.
Is supper ready yet, woman?
Almost.
Oh, and hurry yourself.
Might I have a look at your paper?
Suit yourself.
Thank you.
Ye didn't tell me your name.
Oh, Hammond.
Mr. O. Hammond.
No, Hammond.
Ha.
Splendid.
Oh, I shall say a prayer before we begin.
Good idea.
O most mighty and unforgiving Father, sanctify these bounteous and undeserved mercies to us miserable sinners, and make us bow on bended knee, and make us truly thankful for all thy manifold blessings. And continually turn our loathsome hearts from wickedness. Beat our gluttonous thoughts and lash our lustful desires, as with a three-forked, flailing stick, blinding our eyes to all tawdry bubbles of our worldly wicked things. Amen.
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 Ah, I just forgot. I have to lock the barn.
Right.
I'll go lock it.
Right.
Wake up, sir. Wake up, please, sir. It's the police, sir. Mr. O'Hammond, wake up. I beg of you, sir.
What, the
Right
police?
outside. Yes.
Behind me back! Oh, get out! Oh, and it's free.
Not so fast, my friend.
No, go. It's your only chance of liberty. Go.
No, she's just trying to help you.
Aye, to bring shame and disgrace upon my household.
Actually, if you want to know, I'm on the run from the police.
The police?
For murder.
Murder? Oh, they're right outside.
Well, don't let them in. Say I'm not here.
Oh,
I'll make it worth your while.
How much?
£5.
In cash?
Will you take a check?
Oh, don't be.
Pay him! Pay him! I do not trust him. Listen! I was right, he's double crossing you. Quick, through the window! Not that window!
Which window?
The rear window. Wait,
What?
your jacket?
What about it?
It's terrible light colored.
Oh, is it? It's the latest Ferris tweed.
No, I'm afraid they'll see you on the dark moors. Best take this one.
Oh, but this is your husband's coat.
I son.
What's this? Well, I could sing him if I get frightened. I wish I could take you away from all this.
No, this is my home.
What's your name?
Margaret?
Well, goodbye, Margaret. I'll never forget you for this.
Go now!
Oh, there he goes! There he goes! Out the rear window. Okay. Yeah.
We are sorry to interrupt this program of popular Scottish music to set your hearts aquiver, to bring you an important news flash.
Richard Hannay, wanted in connection with the Portland Place murder, has been spotted in the moors near Loch Cremont. Police have warned that he is almost certainly armed and dangerous. Here is his description once again.
Approximately 37, about 6'1", with dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes,
And a very attractive pencil mustache. His time in the moors have made him slightly more rugged looking, which makes him even better looking than he did before.
The suspect is currently on foot in inhospitable terrain, and police can assure listeners that they are closing in with specialist squads in fugitive apprehension by foot, by road, and by air.
There he is, over there.
Hey, which direction is that then?
North by northwest.
North by northwest? Why, that's the direction of
Professor Jordan.
Professor Jordan's house. I wonder why he's going over there.
I have no idea.
Oh, he's gone! He's gone!
Oh no!
Oh, there he is!
Shoot, man, shoot!
Oh, yes, sir. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, I missed. All these impenetrable Scottish missed.
Oh no, we're getting too close to the.
What?
Change direction, change direction!
No, I can't. I can't.
Oh no, oh no!
No!
We're gonna.
No!
Yes! I'm so sorry to disturb you, but I'm looking for a professor. Professor Jordan?
Oh, Professor Jordan. Oh, I'm the professor's wife, Louisa Jordan.
Oh, I do beg your pardon, Mrs. Jordan, but may I see the professor? It's really quite important.
Oh, well, may I know your name?
Yes, it is, Hammond. Tell him a friend of Annabella Schmidt.
Oh, Annabella Schmidt. Oh, of course. If you'd come in, please.
Thank you. Lovely house.
We like it. Right now, we're having a few drinks with some friends of ours to celebrate my daughter Hillary's birthday. With a few well-to-do acquaintances on my husband's, including the sheriff of the county. Later, we're organizing a shooting party. Perhaps you care to join us?
Oh, thank you.
Shall we pop into the party?
After you.
On second thoughts, I'll go fetch my husband directly.
Certainly.
Mr. Hammond, so sorry to disturb you.
Oh, it's quite all right.
So you're from Annabella Schmidt?
I am, yes.
Do you have any news?
Well, she's been murdered.
Murdered? Oh, yes, of course. The Portland Mansions affair. Quite dreadful. And I suppose the police are after you.
Well, they are, rather.
Oh, don't worry about them. I've managed to set them off the scent. They'll be far away by now.
Oh, thanks awfully.
Don't mention it, old chap.
Well, I didn't do it.
Oh, of course not, Mr. Hannay. I suppose it's safe to call you that by now.
Quite safe, yes.
So, did she tell you anything?
Well, she was trying... I think she was trying to tell you, yes, about some...
Why did you come all the way to Scotland to tell me about this?
Oh, because I think she was trying to find something. Something called,
Yes?
the 39 steps. If we could find out what the 39 steps are, then...
Are you trying to say that... Oh, you must be so exhausted. Do take a seat. Better?
Thank you.
So, did she tell you what this foreign agent looked like?
Oh, there wasn't time. Oh, there was one thing. This part of this little finger was missing.
Which little finger?
I'm not sure. I think that...
Are you sure it wasn't this one?
Well, it couldn't be too sure.
Mr. Hannay, I'm afraid I've been leading you down a garden path. Or should I say up? I can never remember which.
Well, it seems to be the wrong garden already.
Yes, I'm afraid it does. Mr. Hannay, you see, I am a very respectable citizen. My very best friend is the sheriff of the county. If it were found out that I was not, how shall I say it, not what I seem, well, there's my wife and daughter to think of. But what makes it doubly important that I simply can't let you go is that I'm just about to convey some very vital information out of the country. Oh, yes, I've got it all right. It seems poor Annabella would have been too far, too late.
Oh, I shall be serving lunch directly, dear. The sheriff has to go at 3. Will Mr. Hammond be staying?
I don't think so, dear. Unless, of course, you decide to join us.
For lunch?
Oh, very good, Mr. Hannay. You're just the kind of man we need. Smart, intelligent, ruthless, cold-blooded. These are the exact qualities we'll need in the war.
The war?
Oh, yes, we'll have quite a show of it.
Well, what if I don't believe in those qualities?
Oh, what other qualities are there?
Well, human qualities?
Human qualities? Like what?
Well, loyalty, selflessness, sacrifice, and, well, love.
Love? Mr. Hannay, when have you ever loved anyone? It's not in your nature, old sport. Never has been. But of course, you know this. So sad, no one to love, no one to care for, no one to go home to. But of course there is our home.
Our home.
The only place you will really ever truly belong. The master race on our great, unstoppable march, commanded by eternity itself. So, what do you say, Hannay? Will you join us?
Well, Professor, if you think I'm suitable material.
Oh, I do. Unutterably splendid. I will tell Mrs. Jordan at once.
Oh, yes, so sorry, but there's just one more thing.
Yes, of course.
One little question
Yes?
before I sign up.
Anything, mind labeling.
What are the
Yes?
39 steps?
The 39 steps, though I say it myself, is mine own brilliant idea, the very soul of the enterprise. Wait a minute. You think you could pull the fool? You think you could join us in this?
Master Race, I despise you.
Ah, you're just as bad as she was. Annabella Schmidt with all her outmoded, sentimental notions, her high-minded, democratic-ish, bullwind drivel. Ah, you petty-minded, pusillanimous, pathetic, pew,
Oh, bugger.
The 39 steps, Mr. Hannah, you will never, ever know. Pocket watches, spectacle holders, but who'd have thought a hymn book could stop a bullet, Mr. Hannah? Still, I'm not surprised. Some of those hymns are terrible hard to get through. Imagine, I was drinking the Veltlin champagne not half an hour before.
Right.
Can't believe it. Tea, Hannah?
No, thank you.
Calling himself a professor, whereas all along he was
A spy!
a spy! Well, let it be a lesson to us all. Pretty slick sleuthing for an amateur, Mr. Hannah.
Thank you.
Sure about the tea?
Quite sure, thank you. Now look here, Sheriff, I don't want to rush you or anything, but aren't we be taking steps? This is serious, you know. If it weren't, you don't suppose I'd be putting myself in your hands with a murder charge hanging over me?
Ah, don't heed the murder, Mr. Hannah. I doubt you'll be able to convince the Scotland Yard as easily as you convinced me. All we need is a short statement to send to the proper authorities. I have someone coming down from the street to take it down. Biscuit?
No biscuit, thank you.
Nice Garibaldi.
Look, Sheriff, well, he's got the information, and it's absolutely vital to the safety of our air defense, and I wouldn't want...
Wish to see me, Sheriff.
Chief Inspector, of course. Do you think I enjoy playing for time with a murderer?
Murderer?
A murderer!
Richard Hannah, you're under the arrest on the charge of willful murder to a woman unknown in Portland Mansions on Tuesday last. Take him to the county jail.
Oh, but you heard my story. It was true, every word of it.
We're not such imbeciles in Scotland as some smart Londoners may think. I don't believe your cock and bull story about the professor. In fact, he's my very best friend. Give me the professor.
Well, if the professor didn't shoot me, where did that bullet come from?
Grab him, man! Oh, you're in deep water, Hannah, and it's getting deeper by the second. Hello? Who's this? Professor? Oh, I do beg your pardon most humbly, sir. I want to let you know we've apprehended the villain. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you kindly, sir.
I demand you allow me to speak to the Foreign Office in London.
The Foreign Office in London. I don't think so, Mr. Hannah. Handcuffs, Chief Inspector, please.
Come along quietly now. Sir, please, sir.
Handcuffs going on now.
I don't think so.
Evie, stop that man! Stop him!
Oh, no, everything's fine, Professor. Everything's ticky-boo. Indeed it is.
Oh, nice. Oh, keep looking. Right.
excuse me. I wonder if you can help me.
Just a minute, please.
Right. Can I help?
No, thank you.
Well, the thing is, you see,
If you don't mind. Oh, no.
right. Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle, you see, and well, I could.
Oh! Why, hello.
Hello.
You're here at last.
I am.
Look, he's here, Mr. Macquarie. He's here.
Oh, he's here! He's here! Thank the Lord! Thank the Lord! Thank you.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, with your kind attention, I have the immense honor and privilege of presenting our ever-popular chairman to say a few words about tonight's illustrious special guest speaker. Mr. Macquarie, if you would, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. There's no need for me to mention anything about our special guest speaker. Many and remarkable.
Mr. Macquarie,
I
speak up.
speak up.
Speak up. I.
Speak up. So without further ado, I give to you the special guest speaker, Captain Rob McAdams.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for my hesitation in addressing you, but, well, to be honest, I'd entirely failed while listening to the chairman's flattering description just now to realize that he was talking about me. Yes, thank you. Well, just a few days ago, I had no idea that tonight I should be addressing such an important political meeting, and, oh, hello, do take a seat. Good heavens, hello.
Oh, hello.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I am delighted and relieved to be standing in front of you because so long as I stand here, I'm delivered for the moment of all the cares and anxieties that are always a lot of a man in my position. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you all know we're here tonight to talk about, well, what shall we talk about? The herring trade or haddock perhaps, or the idle rich? Well, not that I can talk about that because, well, I'm not rich and I've never been idle. Thanks awfully. Well, I've been busy all my life, really. Well, recently, in the last few days, that is. Well, I've been in a bit of a slump, to be honest, catching myself in the lonely hours, full of thought and what have you. Well, recently, in the last few days, everything's gone a bit haywire, frankly. But the odd thing is you carry on. There you are, no idea what's happening, where to turn, who to trust, but something, oh, I don't know, stirs the old bones. And you're meeting people, real people, doing the best they can in all the terrible situations the world throws at them. And they carry on, and do the best for other people too. That isn't such an outmoded, sentimental notion, is it? Well, is it? So look here. Let's just all set ourselves resolutely to make this world a happier place, a better world, a good world, a world where suspicion and cruelty and fear have been forever banished, where no nation plots against nation, no neighbor against neighbor, a world where everything is right. So I'm asking you, each and every one of you here tonight, and you and you, and you and you and you, and you and definitely you, is that the sort of world you want? Because that's the sort of world I want. Let's vote on it. Vote for a good world. a better world, and above all, vote for Mr. McCrocodile. There, that's all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you.
This is the man you want, Inspector.
Oh, where have I heard those words before?
Yes, definitely, he's the one.
I suppose you think you've been very clever.
Officer, kindly tell your prisoner not to insult me, please.
That's enough now.
But you heard my story on the carriage. You must have seen I was genuine.
Don't mention it. Goodbye, officers.
All right, just listen. There's an enormously important secret being taken out of the country right now by a devilishly brilliant foreign agent. I will do something myself except for these fool detectives. But if you telephone Scotland Yard immediately and tell them...
Goodbye, Hannah.
Actually, Miss will be needing you
Me? Whatever for?
to identify the prisoner, Miss.
Oh, but I've told you who he is.
It's
It's
just the police station, miss.
If you wouldn't mind, Miss.
well, where's the police station?
Inverary, miss.
Inverary? Oh, well, that's nearly
40 miles.
40 miles.
Keep out of this.
You have to talk to the procurator fiscal personally, Miss.
Procurator Fiscal, personally,
It's essential for public security, Miss.
essential for public security.
That's right, Miss.
Well, if it's absolutely necessary.
Thank you, miss. Now, if you won't mind climbing into the car, please, miss.
The what?
The car. The car, miss.
Excuse me, Inspector.
What?
Might I see your warrant?
Shut your mouth.
Would you like to have a small... Would you like to have a small bet with me, Pamela? All right, I'll have it with you, Sherlock. I'll lay you 100 to 1 that your procurator fiscal has the top joint of his little finger missing. I win.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong road. This is the road south. Inverary is north, surely.
The road's blocked, man. We'll have to go around. The man knows the way.
What are we stopping for?
Stupid sheep, get out of the way!
Well, well, a whole flock of detectives.
There's nothing else for it. We'll have to clear them out ourselves. Come on, man. I said, come on, man.
What about that?
What are you doing? Unchain the handcuff.
See, now you're a special constable. As long as you stay, he stays. Get out of the way, you mangy beasts!
And as long as I go, you go. Come on.
What are you doing?
Listen. You feel this pistol?
Yes.
Would you like to be shot stone dead?
Not particularly, no.
Then get to move on.
They're gone.
Where?
I don't know, but if we don't find them,
Oh, yes.
our lives won't be worth living.
Oh, blimey.
Wait.
Oh, what?
The car.
Oh, well, where?
There. Take it.
Oh, I'm taking it.
Go to find him.
Gotta find him.
That's what I just said.
I know you just said that.
Then don't say it again.
Ah, whatever.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm stuck. I can't move.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, now I'm in a puddle.
So you are.
Oh, I'm soaked through.
Well, I never said it would be easy, Pamela, my dear. Smell that heather. Makes you glad to be alive, doesn't it?
Lovely, yes. Ow! Oh, will you stop doing that? Look, what are you doing all this for? You know that they're gonna catch you. What chance have you got tied to me?
I'd leave that question for your husband if I were you.
I don't have a husband.
Lucky him. Come along. What is that tune? Right, under the stile. Under the stile. Oh, we seem a little stuck.
Is that so?
Hang on. If you go, and if I go... Oh, no, that doesn't work. Start again.
Ow! Oh, look, what are you doing all this for? You know that those policemen will get you as soon as it's light, as soon as they break dawns.
They're not policemen.
And when did you find that out?
You found it out yourself. I would have never known that wasn't the road to Inver. They were taking us to their boss with a little finger missing, and if either of us beats him, God help us all.
So you're still sticking to your penny novelette spy story?
Oh, listen. There are 20 million women on this island, and I've been chained to you. Now I'll say it one more time. There's a dangerous conspiracy against this island, and we are the only ones who can stop it.
The gallant knight to the rescue.
All right, just listen. You're alone on a desolate moor, manacled to a plain, common murderer who stabbed an innocent, defenseless woman but 4 days ago and cannot wait to get you off his hands. If that's a situation you'd prefer, have it, my girl, and welcome.
I'm not afraid of you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Ow! Oh, you just don't care, do you? You just walk into my life and look at me. I'm cold and I'm wet and I'm miserable and my wrist hurts and I didn't do anything to hurt you. You're utterly horrid and beastly. You just don't care about anything except your pompous, selfish, horrible, heartless self.
Well, that's the kind of man I am, I'm afraid. Come along.
Oh.
It's a terrible Highland night, Willie.
Aye.
Oh, that's rain and wind rushing down the glen. Oh, I won't want to be out alone tonight.
No.
Oh, did you hear that?
Aye.
Hello?
Oh, there it goes again. Hello? Hello? Oh, my poor wee dears. Oh, come away in. Oh, look, Willie, a young couple come straight out of the night. Oh, my poor wee dears.
Thanks awfully. We had an accident with our car a few miles back.
Have you no luggage?
Sorry?
Have you no luggage?
Have ye no luggage?
Oh, yes. It's, in the car.
Oh, in the car, of course. Anyway, welcome to the McGargle Hotel. I am Mrs. McGargle, and that's my husband, Willie McGargle.
Aye.
How do you do?
And you can be certain that at the McGargle Hotel, a warm McGargle welcome awaits you.
Marvelous.
Am I right, Willie?
Aye.
Thank you.
Despite it being a bit off-season.
Yes. We'd like to stay the night, if you could accommodate us.
Oh, well, let us see. We have the one bedroom left with the one bed in it. But you'll not be minding that now, will ye?
Oh, no, quite the reverse.
Oh, you are man and wife, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought you were. Now, if you wouldn't mind registering, please, will you?
The book? Actually, I can't write with my right hand. I got a bit,
Bruised?
Sorry?
Crank in the car?
Cranking the car, quite right. Tell you what, darling, why don't you sign it? The sooner you get used to writing your new name, the better. You remember what it is?
No.
Yes, I think you do. Mr. and Mrs. Henry, Hopkins, Hollyhocks, Hammersmith, Hammond. There we are.
Oh, and there we are.
So anyway...
We're leaving your suppers.
Sorry.
We're leaving your suppers.
Will ye be needing your suppers?
Ah, yes, marvelous. Let's see. If you could send up a large whiskey and soda, a few sandwiches, and a glass of milk.
Oh, of course, of course. Oh, the young doves. Now, if you follow me to your room now, please.
Certainly, darling.
Oh, and here we are, all ready for ye. A nice roaring fire.
Marvelous.
Now get that wet skirt off, dear, and I'll have it dry in the kitchen.
Oh, no, it'll dry by the fire. Thanks all the same.
I have no doubt the gentlemen will take good care of you. Good night, sir. Good night, madam.
Good night.
Good night. Now look, if you think I'm going to stay with you in this room, in that bed, all night...
What else are you going to do?
Oh, let go of me!
Come in.
Oh, excuse me! Oh!
Oh, it's quite all right. We were just getting warm by the fire.
I can see that. Anyway, here are your wee sandwiches, your glass of milk, and your whiskey.
Oh, thank you.
Will you be needing anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay, good night.
I say please don't go.
Oh, I ever not? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong. No, she just wanted to, tell you something, that's all.
Huh?
We are a runaway couple.
Oh, I get it all the time.
Sorry?
I get it all the time.
Well, anyway, you won't be giving us away, will you?
Oh, no need to worry. Yeah, your secret is safe with us. You'll not be disturbed. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, come along. Let's see, what you want. Ham and tomato or ham and tomato?
Ham and tomato.
Ham and tomato. Then I'll have ham and tomato. Well, listen, you better get that skirt off.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I don't want to be tied to a pneumonia case on top of everything else. Take it off, I don't mind.
I shall keep it on, thank you. Actually, I'll take my shoes off. And my stockings.
May I be of assistance?
No, thank you.
Right.
Hold this.
Would you like your milk now?
Yes, thank you.
Warm enough?
Yes, thanks.
Well, come along.
What are you doing?
Going to bed?
Certainly not. I'm not lying in that bed with you.
So long as you're chained to me, you lie where I lie. Sorry.
I want you to know that I hate you.
Right. Do you want to know the last time I slept in a bed? Saturday night, whenever that was. And then I only got a couple of hours.
What woke you? Dreams? I imagine murderers have terrible dreams.
Oh, I used to. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, screaming, thinking the police were after me. Funny that. See, when I first took to a life of crime, I was quite squeamish about it, a most sensitive child.
You do surprise me.
Oh, but soon I got hardened. Before long, I was an out-and-out villain, wanted on 3 continents. And just to think, in years to come, you'll be able to take your grandchildren to Madame Tussauds and point me out.
Which section?
Inveterate, unreformable, no hopers, wedded to a life of crime. That's me, Pamela, my dear, and the sad story of my life. Poor little orphan boy who never had a chance. Irredeemable, irreclaimable. Utterly horrid and beastly. I'd get away from me as fast as I could if I were you. Oh, wait. You can't, can you? Oh, well.
Mrs. Jordan, please listen. We've had to take the girl as well. Unfortunately not. Both her and Hannah are on... They're gone, I'm afraid. She'll have told him the whole plot by now. He'll know we're not the real police. Dispose of him when we find him. Certainly, miss. Pardon? Has he? Does he? Is he? Thank you, miss. Certainly, miss. Goodbye, miss. Thank you.
Well, spill the beans.
The professor's got the wind up. He's cleared out already.
Oh, cleared out already?
He thought it was dangerous with the girl and Hannah on the loose.
Does he have the,
Certainly does.
Oh, thank gosh for that.
He's worn the whole 39 steps.
Oh, the whole 39 steps.
He's going to pick up a friend from the London Palladium tonight, on the way out.
On the way out? Right.
Right. I'll stop the car, you check the register.
Register. Right.
Aye, can I help you?
Yes. I was wondering if you have happened to have had a young couple staying here tonight.
Might have happened to have a mighty young couple staying tonight?
Yes.
Well, now that you mention it, we have Oh, can I take your quote?
Oh, yes, thank you. You were saying?
Well, now that you mention it, we have had a mighty...
Willie!
Aye?
What are you doing? In your nightgown for all the world to see?
The gentleman wanted
Put
to
on
know.
your coat! Get to the kitchen, man! And as for ye, I will thank ye to get out of my house, waking up people all hours of the night. Have ye no bed to go to?
Right. No, sorry.
Oh, good night!
Good night.
Oh, dear. Nothing to worry about. Willie,
Aye?
you won't give away a young couple now, would ye?
No.
To your bed, man.
Morning.
What's the big idea? How did you get out of these? Why didn't you run away?
I did, but just as I was leaving, I figured you'd been telling the truth.
Might I ask what earthquake caused your brain to work at last?
Well, I overheard 2 policemen telephoning last night. The ones from the car. They're not real policemen.
Well, I knew they weren't real policemen.
I'm sorry.
Well, what did they say?
They said a lot about a number. It was 20, 30, 30, yes.
9?
39, yes. 39...
Steps?
Steps, yes, 39 steps. How did you know that?
Never mind, go on.
Well, someone's got the wind up and is clearing out. They're headed to the London Palladium to pick someone up.
London Palladium? London Palladium? Who's that, I wonder? The professor? Our friend with the little finger missing? Well, I wonder what he wants to go there for. It's a funny thing for a master spy to do.
I'm sorry. I feel such an awful fool for not having believed you.
Well, that's all right.
Well,
We better be
yes.
going now.
Yeah.
Do you know which room they were staying in?
What?
What?
Sorry.
Those two men.
Staying in? Well, they're not.
Sorry?
They left as soon as they telephoned. Drove off into the night. Rather fast, actually.
Where?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Does it matter?
What?
What do you mean does it matter?
What?
Oh, you button-headed little idiot.
I'm
This
sorry.
is unbelievably appalling. What do you mean does it matter?
I don't know.
Well, why didn't you stop them?
I wanted to see you.
Well, that was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it?
Well, apparently, yes.
Well, where did they go?
The London Palladium, I suppose.
The London Palladium. The London Palladium when?
Tonight on the way out.
On the way out. On the way out of what?
I don't know what.
Well, that's 4 or 5 precious hours wasted, isn't it?
Well, I'm very sorry.
Which so matinee or evening?
I don't know.
Well, thanks for your help then.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
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 Don't expect me to come with you.
I won't.
Good.
Good.
I'm not surprised you're an orphan. Hello.
Well, hello, I thought you ran off.
You ran off.
I was furious.
I'll go then, shall I?
No, stay now that you're here.
All right.
Oh, but look here, I found him.
Who?
The professor over there in that box, do you see?
Gosh, yes. Oh, but there's nothing you can do. I've been to Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard?
Yes, my uncle's the chief commissioner there, actually.
Chief Commissioner?
Yes, Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob?
Yes.
Bob's your uncle?
Yes.
Well, did they say anything was missing?
No, they say that nothing's been stolen from the Air Ministry, no top secret information or anything.
We heard those 2 men say he's got it.
Well, they've checked and they're absolutely certain.
Police? What are the police doing here? They didn't follow you here, did they?
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it then, that's it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen! Now, with your kind attention, I have the immense honor and privilege of presenting to you one of the most remarkable men ever in the whole world, Mr. Memory!
Wait a minute, that's a tune I couldn't get out of my head, Mr. Memory.
Thank you. I'll now place myself in a state of mental readiness for this evening's performance and clear my inner being of all eccentric and supernumerary material.
Wait a minute. No wonder they don't think anything's missing. All the information's in Memory's head. That's why the professor's here tonight, to take Memory out of the country.
Thank you. First question, please. Oh, yes, you. Who built St. Paul's Cathedral? Who built St. Paul's Cathedral? Who built St. Paul's Cathedral? Sir Christopher Wren built St. Paul's Cathedral. He did it in the year 1660.
Sure, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Charles Arbuthnot Hannay. My name is Chief Inspector Albright, sir. New Scotland Yard, sir. And you're under arrest on the charge of murder.
But you don't understand, Chief Inspector Albright.
Oh, I think I do, miss. Now come along.
All right, Albright.
Richard?
Oh, no, it's the only way.
That's very wise of you. Now, if you just come this way, then... Oh no, he's gone. Block all the exits. Carry on as normal.
Oh, right, sir. Thank you, sir. Like I was saying before being interrupted in my flow, Sir Christopher Wren built St. Paul's Cathedral, and he did it in the year 1660.
Watch all the 39 steps.
1660.
I said watch all the 39 steps. Come on, man, answer up.
The 39 steps?
Yes, sir.
The 39 steps is an organization of spies collecting data for the organization of...
Yes, what do you say? There, that's the man you want, Inspector.
Oh no, honey. You think this is your story? This is my story, and I decide how it ends. You think you found a girl? No. You lose a girl, and you die alone of grief in your dull little apartment flat. Oh, you think you found love? I'm afraid not, honey. I'm afraid not. You will never find love. Never in all eternity. Sorry.
I don't think so.
Richard!
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay. No, keep your seats. It's okay, keep your seats. I said keep your seats! Bring out the dancing girls. The show will go on. It's a brief intermission. It's okay. Really, no need to worry. It's all right. It's all right. I assure you, it's all. No, it's all right. Oh no, it's okay. I'm okay, Bert. That's just a scratch.
Mr. Memory.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what was the secret formula you were taking out of the country, sir?
Is it all right if I tell you, sir?
It will be all right.
That was a big job. It's the biggest job I've ever had to learn.
Of course.
Well, the first new function of the new engine is this greatly increased ratio of compression, represented by R minus 1 over R to the power of gamma, and 9 sequence to the power of XY squared, duplicated by 32 point, 71 point, and 88 point, recurring reduced by 19 alpha, providing equal squares of epsilon to 3 double governor valves flowing radially to the point of 3 to 65 pi, rendering the engine completely silent.
Well, you're a free man now.
Right.
Saved the country, too.
Well, we both did that.
Oh, not really.
Well, anyway, we better be...
Yes.
Do you want to...
What?
Nothing.
Quite.
Well, I better be going. I've got the decorators and, well, you know.
I certainly do.
Well, bye.
Bye.
So that's me, and the sad story of my life. Richard Hannay. Irredeemable, irreclaimable.
Utterly horrid and beastly. Poor little orphan boy who never had a chance. This is the man I want, Inspector.
Happy Christmas, darling.
Happy Christmas, darling.
Wow.